I'm a skeptical robot.
ヒップホップの神といえば誰？シンガーでビッグなのは誰？エンタメの大黒柱は誰？ワールドカップに出てくるのは誰？グミグミグミグミグミグミグミヒップホップの神といえば誰？シンガーでビッグなのは誰？エンタメの大黒柱は誰？ワールドカップに出てくるのは誰？ヒップホップの神といえば誰？シンガーでビッグなのは誰？エンタメの大黒柱は誰？ワールドカップに出てくるのは誰？グミグミグミグミグミグミ
Hello. Thank you so much for being here. This is Skeptical Robot. I am Luigi Greenberg, and if you are not sick of me yet today, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right out of the gate, we have 199. Thank you for the 199 Stuchunksta. I believe we should do something for that. Today, cancer was fucked up. The bell was rung. Huzzah! Stuchunksta, I'm not sure if that is good news or bad news. I hope it is good news. Please let me know in the chat. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. We only want good things. Hope that's good news. Now, we have a great show lined up. So let's go ahead, just jump right into it, get started. First off, let's please bring out my co-host, Mr. CORNdiff. How are you, Mr. CORNdiff?
Hot shit, it's the corn. How are you, Luigi?
I am fantastic. Thank you for being here. How is your day today, sir?
It was like an early Christmas. I got to watch the trial of the century. And it was amazing. I don't know if anyone noticed, there was a Cornelius present.
I did not. I did not. That's great, though. But yes, I agree with you. What an amazing and crazy fucking day, honestly. Yeah, a lot going on. Maybe if there's time for it, I guess we'll get into it. But yeah, I've been talking about it all fucking day. Yeah. And I'll be honest.
I gotta ask, am I the only one that noticed his lawyer's fucked up collar?
No, you are not.
Okay.
No.
Good.
And his lawyer also seemed a little out of his depth. We never really talked about that, but I never got asked about that.
Like he seemed like the Better Call Saul type of lawyer, but without the skills.
That's fair.
Just kind of a car salesman type of lawyer.
And the fact that his lawyer did not know that his work address and home address were the same really kind of opens the door to a lot of other questions. Whatever. Anyway, we have a great show. Let's go ahead and bring out, I believe Carl referred to him as a random animated cat. Mr. Gummi Chainsaw. Oh wait, hold on. That's not good. Here we go. There we go.
Hey, praise it be, brothers.
What did Carl call you?
A random animated cat.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Um,
I just want to say, Aaron's lawyer. Wow, like my only legal experience is playing like the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy on Game Boy, and like I think I have better legal experience. That guy was terrible.
So much to unpack, and I literally think the judge was just overwhelmed and was like,
he was getting pissy. He didn't like this. He didn't like a lot of the shit he was hearing. He was tired of all these fucking objections.
But I also think he just didn't understand the whole thing. Like he was just like, what the fuck is going on? And
he knew enough to be quick with that ban hammer and get people kicked out. He was like, no, we're not doing this shit again.
What do you call
it's like when you're a parent and you ask like your like kindergarten kid, oh, how was school today? All you want to hear is good or bad. You don't care what Tommy did, what Lucy did, and what they wore and what they brought from lunch. And like, you're just like, oh fuck. I felt like that was the lawyer after a while. He's like, Jesus.
Well,
are they gonna hit you or not?
That was also Aaron's responses. Like people don't understand that when you get asked a yes or no question, you are expected to give a yes or no answer. And like one time I was telling my sister, she was actually questioned about a court case. And I said, look, if they ask you, what is the temperature outside? You give a number. You don't say, well, it's Tuesday and it was sunny and blah, blah, blah. No. If the question is temperature, you answer degrees.
You're thinking like a lawyer, though.
Straight.
That's what y'all want to hear.
Exactly.
There's no way in hell he's capable of giving a simple answer like that. But he sidesteps every fucking thing he's ever said in his life.
You are correct, but my point is that his lawyer more than likely gave him those instructions, and he still couldn't follow them. And so, yeah. So to
I
your
saw
point,
some emergency coaching sessions going on.
I heard about that. I did not see that part. But Donna G, thank you so much for the 10 Luigi Greenberg memberships. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
Donna.
Thank you for the generosity. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Nigsaw with $2 saying F Donna G. I don't like that, but thank you for the $2, Nigsaw. Appreciate it.
You gonna take that, Donna?
Nigsaw also doing with the 10 Luigi Greenberg memberships. Thank you very much, Nigsaw. I hope I'm allowed to say that name.
Nice.
I've said worse.
Thank you.
Yeah, he put the saw first when he said it was something he saw.
Let's go ahead and bring out our guest. We have a wonderful guest backstage to help us launch this great show. Please welcome Skeptical Robot regular, Mr. Chops.
Chops on the mic, hate sticking the air. Wisdom in his words, though he barely seems aware. Couch stroll, lava land flow, podcast flow, mind moves slow. Back in crunches, dreams and matches, murder rabbit hole, matches every tangent and names every office spark. A rumor makes the room when he's sitting in the dark. Chops is total podcast, the master of the ramble. Life's a big question and he's here to unscramble. Crowds in the room, thoughts in the sky. Turning mic on, nothing in his fly. Rolling up topics like he rolls his green. Talks conspiracies in the matrix scene. Third eye open, but his lids stay shut.
What did
Hello,
that just say
Mr.
about?
Chops.
I'm so sorry.
No,
what
go
did
ahead.
that just say about his legs stay shut?
I love the song. I couldn't understand it, but I fucking love the beat.
I did not understand that. Yeah.
Love it.
What is the what
I'm bad
are
with
the
it.
lyrics?
I honestly, I don't remember. It's from like 2 months ago when I first did it.
He was rapping, and then at the end, but he said, "But his legs stay shut." I'm like,
He's no whore.
I do know that's Diamond Dallas Page's entrance, though, that I gave you.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, I love the fucking entrance. Yeah, that got me.
Vagina Wrinkle, Why No Gummy Chainsaw. He does get one at the very beginning.
I'm at the intro.
He's at the intro, yeah. All right, so let's talk about Mr. L. Ron Hubbard. Chops, tell me a little bit about what you know about Mr. L. Ron Hubbard.
I've seen his documentary on South Park. And
That's enough. That's all you need to know.
honestly, I think they got it pretty close for a beginner guide, right?
They definitely did. But as with our first episode, there's so much more to the story that is really, really interesting when you find out that the guy's not really as complicated or as what's the word I'm looking for here? He's not nearly as grand as the Church of Scientology might suggest. Turns out he really just had a weird life and stole quite a bit to run off with his friend's girlfriend, and then also stole money from him and then started a church.
Well, hold on here, Buster. What about his thetan levels?
Well, we'll get into that.
all clear. All clear.
Yeah, and if you have not seen the first episode, folks, it gets weird. I really don't even know where to start with it, but it is all about the early life of L. Ron Hubbard and the people who influenced him into what he became. I feel that was a really important part of the story to tell, because it really does just explain where the story ends. He was a con man. He was just a con man.
Come for the black magic, stay for the jerking off. That was
Pretty
all
much.
and aborting the Antichrist.
Aborting the Antichrist, eating cakes filled with menstrual blood,
Some of these don't sound that great.
No, they do not.
I don't think I can ever eat one of those cherry cordial candies again because that's all I'm going to think.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh fuck.
Sorry, everybody.
Because it looks like the clot or something.
But essentially, he has this friend, Jack Parsons, who is part of this black magic cult. And it is hold on, here we go. Let's see. First off, we got Dang Lizard. Thank you for the €2. Apologies if X Corp couldn't make it this week.
Assalamu alaikum, X-Corp.
I need to hear about this.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
I don't know the full
Keep
story.
Keep an eye on that lizard's all I'm gonna say. He's
All right.
live wire. And then
Shifty.
And,
And
Donna
Donna.
G, thank you for the $2. And F Nigsaw.
the one that made me laugh. I didn't expect that from Donna G.
Oh, and more from Donna G.
We have some chat feuds, which
Holy shit.
I'm going to admit I think we're the beneficiaries of. I'm not gonna,
Oh,
we're not
y'all
going to
admit.
intervene. Donna G, thank you for 20 gifted memberships. Wow. Thank you very, very much.
It continues.
Oh boy.
Well done. You broke the YouTube.
This is fantastic.
Why haven't we pitted them against each other before?
I'm sorry you're feuding, but geez, this is wonderful. Thank you very much.
yeah.
Nick saw $2. F Donna G from the bottom of my heart. Whose side are we
my
supposed
God.
to take here?
Continue.
Holy Christ.
Holy shit.
Oh man. Oh God, what's going on?
Holy fuck.
Get the fuck out of here.
Go tell a friend, retweet the show.
Yes.
Something.
This is $50 away from being a domestic.
Yeah.
He's not worried. He knows we don't have they're gonna get refunded.
We got
Nick saw gifting 50 Luigi Greenberg memberships.
Yes. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, you guys are
Thank you
amazing.
very, very much.
Well done. Well done.
Flowing in.
Wow. That's just
By the way, just seeing gift membership by Nigsaw 50 times in a row is amazing.
we're gonna have to make something out of that.
Yeah, I'll make credits. I'll make
Jeez.
I'll make an epic. Oh my! Oh, hammers!
Hamhead. Let's see. Thank you for the 666. Please play the long fart, sir. You ask, you receive. Hold on.
Best, Melon. It's a naughty number, Hamhead. Naughty number.
God.
Here we go. Okay, hold on.
Beautiful.
I cannot imagine this is real, but God, I really hope it is.
What's
The legend MJ Klein received a gifted membership by Nigsaw. Does anyone know who Mr. MJ
The-
Klein is?
I don't.
Oh,
I-
all my life.
I would recommend looking up MJ Klein on YouTube as soon as possible. Mr. MJ Klein, if that is the real you, you are more than welcome here. Welcome.
My favorite thing I've read today is John's mommy milkers received a gift membership by Nigsaw.
Oh my God,
That's the sentence of the day.
I do know MJ Klein. I didn't recognize his profile picture though. No, yeah, I know that dude.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the real guy, but I'd love to think it is.
I mean, that's his profile picture, so I'm taking it as everything on the internet's real.
yeah. Mr. MJ Klein, welcome. We love your work. Yes, please hit the
welcome.
like.
I look forward to learning of your work.
Carl received. He's blocked. Block him. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. He loves to antagonize. Can't come X. Wow.
He's jealous he didn't think first.
I'm really stunned. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. All right. Well, let's get started. I don't know really what to do here. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. All right. So L. Ron Hubbard.
Wait.
What?
When did the cat get corrective lenses?
Today.
This is me being Aaron.
Oh,
You see? Scoot over.
okay.
Steel Paul Morning Show.
I like it. Okay,
Now you just
sorry.
need that microphone and you'll be set.
So L. Ron Hubbard, yes, was part of a black magic cult. Long story short is that the guy that he was living with, so this guy, Jack Parsons, actually owns a mansion. He is one of the godfathers of rocket technology and creating rocket science. He has a mansion that is devoted to holding all of the what would you call it? Just the services and the rituals of this black magic cult, and he invites people to live there. L. Ron Hubbard moves in, and there are these orgies where Jack Parsons' wife actually starts to really kind of favor L. Ron Hubbard, and they start having sex in front of Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons gets jealous. L. Ron Hubbard then proposes to Jack Parsons this business idea where he says, look, give me a bunch of money. Here we are in California. There's a real need for boats, but there's a real short supply. I'll go to Miami. I'll get us some boats. I will sail them back over here, and we'll sell them at a profit. Jack Parsons says, you got it. Here's some money. Has to sell his own house to give them the money. L. Ron Hubbard takes off with the boats and creates what is later known as the Sea Org.
The Sea Org?
The Sea Organization, which is the clergy level to Scientology. They all dress up like they're in the Navy and they are on boats.
Thank God it's better than mermaids. That would have been awesome.
So that's essentially the story. We're going to have a brief overview, but there's just no way to fill in all the gaps because it got weird. It got really weird.
Can I back up just for 1 second? You said that like the dude's wife chose Elron like because she preferred him in bed.
Well, hold on. Daddy Poobie, thank you for the $4.99. First of all, send all spiders to Brent Kwame is king. I don't know that second sentence, but first of all, I haven't gotten an opportunity to say that one. Folks, these are a lot of inside jokes. You got to know. Sorry, but I get them. All right.
If I heard you right.
Say that again. I want to make sure I understand your question.
So what I thought I heard is that I don't remember names. That there's a guy's wife that in an orgy she preferred to have sex with Elron, so she started having sex in front of her husband.
Yes. Okay. So they start practicing this thing called sex magic, which is
Crowley.
There's no restrictions on it. You can have sex with whoever you want, and basically because all these people were living in the same place, they were all having sex together. And the sex magic part was that if you could like focus your attention on something, it's a lot like The Secret, where like if you focus your attention on it, it'll bring it to the world, but you have to have an orgasm. And so while everyone's having sex with everyone, apparently Jack's wife just starts favoring L. Ron Hubbard to the point where when he has this business idea of running away to get the boats, she runs off with him.
All right. So Elron can fuck. Hell yeah.
He can also jerk off with Jack Parsons in the desert because that was their role in this one particular ritual in which they were trying to bring about the Antichrist, and they had to jerk off together. Yes. It was,
I'm sorry,
it was
Chops,
weird.
is that a bunch of Magikarps on your shirt?
They are. Yeah.
I love you. That's
Found it at
amazing.
GameStop. Found it at
that's
GameStop. I had to get
amazing,
it.
bro.
They're
Holy
fucking awesome.
shit.
So see, Fitz, FKA Tabor Beneduck, Jack's wife left him for Wilfred Smith. Okay, you know what? This is accurate. So part of the story, it's just not necessarily focused on L. Ron Hubbard, is that Jack was first dating this woman who did leave Jack after she found out that he was sleeping with her younger sister. And that younger sister is the one that ran off with L. Ron Hubbard. That is true.
God dang.
Just skip that part because we're focused on L. Ron Hubbard.
There's so much sex. The the place has to smell.
They're all
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. And then they're like, there's even blood and maybe some animal sacrifices, and it is crazy.
When in Rome.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Fitz FK Tyrannic, thank you for the $4.99. Jack's wife Helen left him for Wilfred Smith, the Agape Lodge master. Her sister was the one. That is true. Her name was Sarah. But they were, I believe they were married. Just skip the first wife. Yes, you are correct, Fitz. Thank you. All right. So let's.
Luigi, before you start, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I got a request DM on X. Can you put me on full screen for 1 quick second?
Sure.
It's literally take 1 second. Meow. We can go back.
There you go.
So someone requested
accomplished.
a catnip X meow.
You got it. Catnip X is taking the internet by storm now. All right. Hey, look who's in the chat. Luigi Corn Gummy Chops. Happy weekend.
Hey,
all.
Brady.
What's up, Brady?
Howdy.
All right. So let's get started here. Everybody hear it okay?
Truly separating fact from fiction is difficult when it comes to Hubbard's life. Hubbard was born in 1911 in Tilton, Nebraska. His mother was a teacher and his father was a military man. After graduating from high school, Hubbard left the Midwest and headed east to the nation's capital. At George Washington University, he studied engineering, but dropped out after only 2 years due to failing grades. Without a college degree and no prospects ahead of him, Hubbard turned to his imagination and began penning sci-fi and horror stories to earn a living. Hubbard was a prolific writer.
Okay, so you're going to see the image change quite a bit here because I had to run this through the YouTube copyright machine, and a lot of this shit got flagged. So I'm trying to change it up here a little bit with some of these moving
Can you
images
turn it
and
up a little
shaking
bit?
it up. Yeah, no problem. And let's see. Texas theft. I have to stop everything when I get a compliment. Thank you. Thank you, Brady. Great job today, Luigi. Man, I had a busy day. Had a busy day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, speaking of orgies, you did 3 shows. It's like,
Oof.
Yeah, it's your third podcast.
Yeah, I am tired. I am exhausted. But yeah, thankfully this all happened on a holiday, on a day right before a holiday weekend. So I had a little bit of time fitting it in between working. All right.
He actually holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the number of books published, more than 1,000. Hubbard got his start in the Depression, writing pulp fiction.
That is totally true. Yeah, he does hold the Guinness Book of World Records for most publications.
he's like non-racist H.P. Lovecraft.
I'm pretty sure he was racist.
Yeah.
Cheap paper used. Writers were paid a penny a word, so they had to write a lot to make money. Hubbard hammered away so fast on long rolls of butcher paper that he used to drip sweat on his typewriter.
Jesus.
Hubbard's career took off when he began to write for
There have been accusations, nothing proven, that supposedly he loved methamphetamines. But I've only heard that as an accusation.
God, imagine a click of typing of someone on methamphetamine.
God.
That's
He had to.
supposedly he would take butcher paper and put it into a typewriter so that it would just keep streaming and streaming and he wouldn't have to change it. That's what I've heard.
Oh my God.
It's all just rumor. I don't know that any of it's true. It very well could have just been the legend he created himself, but anyway.
astounding science fiction. Along with authors like Isaac Asimov and Robert Heinlein, Hubbard wrote stories with a sense of mission to get man to the stars.
He found his true métier in science fiction. And a lot of what Scientology is he had previously written about in the form of his science fiction. He had the ability to fabricate these amazing tales, and he transported those imaginary stories into his theology.
Okay, so now, just want to make sure that we're talking about, or we're all on the same page, and that we're saying all of this accurately moving forward. Is that he established in a story all of the words that we are later going to hear as being part of the Scientology lexicon, like clear, thetan, engram. These were all in a fictional science, in a science fiction story. And then he repackaged it. But there's a step between the fiction and the religion that it takes that doesn't really get a lot of attention.
After Pearl Harbor, Hubbard took command of a subchaser, but he was still a man prone to invention. He would write that he sunk 2 Japanese subs, but in fact, just off the coast of Oregon, he opened fire on what turned out to be a log and dropped most of his depth charges on underwater magnetic mines. When he
It
accidentally
happens.
shelled him,
I like this. Latanya Vegas. When I was a kid, I thought Dianetics was a diet book. I totally did too. Yes. So while he did serve in the Navy and touted himself as a war hero, he in fact was very incompetent when it came to his duties as a boat captain, like we just heard there.
the Mexican island.
Okay, so
He was
I
lead-
thought, I'm sorry, as a kid, I thought Dianetics was a book about dinosaurs because of the fucking volcanoes. It was like, Dianetics. I don't know. I just imagined that.
I remember that commercial so well.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen a commercial for a book since then. It's just like,
That's true. How often do you see a
Yeah.
TV commercial for a book?
you think you'd see like the Bible or something.
Wow, yeah, that's funny.
relieved of his command. After the war, Hubbard ended up in Los Angeles, where he settled in with a small group of seekers and visionaries.
A guy named Jack Parsons, a fascinating man, was one of the founders of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And there's actually a crater on the moon.
Goofy
named
looking
after
guy.
Jack.
Now, this is something that got pointed out. Doesn't he look like the first iteration of Tony Stark's father from I think it was Captain America the first time we saw him? I think it's intended to look exactly like him. Yeah.
Or Little Richard in Whiteface.
I never thought of that one.
Neither until right now.
That little mustache.
Yeah.
It looks like he
A little
looks like
tongue catcher he got there.
he looks like a little boy who painted that on.
He was a significant scientific figure, but he was also the head honcho in this black magic cult. It was called the OTO, or the Ordo Templi Orientis. They followed the teachings of Aleister Crowley, a famous sexual magic figure in England. Parsons
guy
had
is
a mansion in
fascinating.
Pasadena. They would have ceremonies, and they were seeking some sort of goddess figure that he could impregnate in order to create the Antichrist. Hubbard moved in and became
Bold move.
Parsons'
Not really sure what the ultimate goal was, but
Oh, that's
yeah.
easy. Bang as many chicks. Nope, you're not the right one. You're not the right one. You're not the right... Dude, that's genius. He made a fucking, like a factory assembly line of women bent over for him.
No, I
Guys,
mean, I'm talking about when if they were true believers, when the Antichrist arrived. Like,
Who cares about all that?
nobody really
That's all
believed this
post-nut.
nonsense.
Who cares? Yeah.
The guy was just flexing his sperm the whole time. This shit wasn't real.
I think there's a lot to suggest that, actually. Yeah. Donna G, thank you for the $10. I think my work is done here. Have a great holiday, all. Donna
Thank you,
G,
Miss Donna, you
don't
too.
go. Thank you very much for the generosity. We
Have fun and
appreciate
be
it.
safe.
Thank you so much. Have a great holiday weekend. Thank you.
Oh, we got a couple more if you want to
Oh,
get on.
geez.
We got two
Yeah.
more.
Hamhead, thank you for the $2. Happy birthday, Gigi Allen.
Wow. I haven't
think-
heard that name in a while.
I think it's probably. Oh wait, you know what? You said splatter fart. I got something that I haven't used in a while. brand new. Hold on, let me turn the volume up on this one. This, for those who know what it is the greatest fart ever recorded. There you go. That's the Mike Walker fart. For those who know. Stewie Felt, thank you for the $2. He also wait, hold on. Why is it not doing it? There it goes. Stewie Felt, $2. He also looks like young Sheldon with a stash. There you go. That's a good one. like he's playing it like he's in a Halloween costume.
But
thank you so much. Thank you.
We got one more. Taxes Theft, a member for 4 months.
We do? Where is that? There we go. You're right. Taxes Theft celebrates 4 months of membership. Thank you very much. Taxes Theft. Appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome all. Thank you. Okay.
Assistant. One night, this beautiful redhead named Marjorie Cameron showed up at the door. She was perfectly willing to engage in this sexual ritual in order supposedly to produce the Antichrist. She and Jack eventually got married. That happened after Hubbard ran off with Jack's girlfriend, Sarah North.
So how'd you meet?
I met your mother.
Well, we met at a black magic ritual.
We were trying to give birth to the Antichrist.
He ate a cake with my menstrual blood, and then he said, "Oh, is this your menstrual blood?" And I said, "Yes." And then from there, we realized how much we had in common.
Love at first ritual.
It's beautiful.
Yes. So that was all just a little bit of a recap of last episode. So let's talk about who was L. Ron Hubbard.
Lafayette Ron Hubbard created one of the richest and most controversial cults of our...
That was his name.
That's awesome. I would have believed him a little bit more if his name.
Also sounds like
it.
It also sounds like the name of a flaming homo.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say my drag name's going to be L. Ron Humper.
Yeah. Lafayette Ron Humper.
Lafayette Ron Humper.
our time. The
Let's have
Church of
Vegas, let's make it
Scientology. He spent much of his later life at sea, on the run from those who accused him of being a crook and a charlatan. But to the millions who at one time or another followed him, and to himself, he was the greatest guru who ever lived.
There is one thing you can say about...
So we're not going to delve too deeply into his books or anything like that. We're really going to just...
like Pat Dixon. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I just had to say that.
Freaking see it, man.
I hear it. Yeah, we're going to just really be talking about his overall overarching accomplishments and also all of the items and not items, just the principles that were put into Scientology that he stole from Aleister Crowley.
Dianetics and Scientology, and I'm sorry if this sounds odd, but it isn't everybody who can write a book that turns the world on its ear.
But more remarkable still was the story of Ron Hubbard's life. The story of a science fiction fantasist turned self-proclaimed messiah. He was born in 1911 and told of how he was brought up on his grandfather's ranch in Montana, which, he said in a newspaper interview, covered a quarter of the state. As a small child, he was...
So one thing you're going to learn about him is that anytime he tells a story, it can never just be a simple story. It has to be a grand story. So that I left that part in there because I think that's just a great example of it, where instead of him just simply saying that he lived on a ranch, it had to be a ranch that covered a quarter of the state. And we're going to just notice that's a real theme with everything that comes after.
breaking broncos and hunting coyote. He claimed he grew up with old frontiersmen.
Thank you, Carl, for celebrating 2 months of membership. You are blocked.
Cowboys, and even became a blood brother of the local Blackfoot Indians.
And then again, it can't just be a story about a ranch. It has to be a ranch that covers the quarter of the state. And he also got in good with the local Native Americans.
George Washington once pissed on his land.
Exactly. It's a constant one-upsmanship, but he's one-upping his last story.
I heard he wrestled a tornado.
I heard the same story.
These were all splendid tales. But all that is known for sure is that while he did used to visit a small livery stables his grandfather owned, he was brought up in an ordinary home, the only child of ordinary American parents.
John's mommy milkers, $7.
Thank you.
That is all.
That is all. Justice for CORNdiff.
Yep.
So, I found this this documentary from it's like probably over 20 years old, but I actually found it to be really, really good, covering L. Ron Hubbard's life. To simply say, and I felt like it really summed it up right there, is that no matter how insane these stories are going to get about his life, he was simply ordinary.
Towards the end of World War I, his father joined the American Navy, and the teenage Hubbard spent holidays in Guam, where the family was stationed. He traveled in China and the East. With a taste for adventure, he went prospecting for gold in Puerto Rico, and as a student, even led a sea exploration to find pirates' haunts in the Caribbean. But he couldn't resist gilding the lily.
Oh, just go to Disney
A
World.
Scientology book later recorded his claim to have communed with native bandits in the high hills of Tibet. But there's no evidence he ever went to Tibet.
So there's no evidence of any of these things. I mean, there's pictures that he did maybe go exploring and looking for gold, but just keep listening.
It's a lie because he didn't refer to them as Orientals.
This is one of, and all of that was a build up to give the context for one of my absolute favorite lines that's going to be said this whole episode.
So many stories of exploits of his.
You'll
in
know it
South
when you
America
hear it.
and the West Indies and places. If he would have to be at least 483 years old to have had enough time to have done all those things, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, it was just very entertaining, really, except that he turned it into a religion.
Even when he was a teenager, in his diaries, he was writing little stories, sea adventures and yarns. That sometimes when some of his own representatives found them, they thought these were true. You know, there was an escapade of him fighting an octopus that one.
There's a written story of him fighting an octopus
in a boxing match.
And one of his personal representatives was telling us his true story, and I tried to point out to her later, no, this is just one of his stories that he's interspersing with his private diaries.
So they basically had to say, I don't know, I think it's real. I think he really battled an octopus and wrote about it.
Who lies in their diary? Isn't that what supposed to be secret and true? Isn't that where you hide from the lies?
That's what's so crazy is that he was just writing constantly, just writing shit down, and people were just finding it and taking it as truth just because it came from him.
Maybe it was one of his sci-fi books called Diary, and they didn't understand.
And he's fighting an octopus, and someone had to say, I don't know, I think it's real.
How do you get in that position at all? Like, at what point would you ever get in a fight with an octopus? They live in like deep, deep water.
I would love to know that story, and it would be great.
Buffet.
It would be great to know also, like, how ridiculous it's written, to know, or just to make fun of the person who thought that it was real. You know, Carl, $4.99 gay. This is one of his sock accounts. I blocked him. He's blocked.
About time.
When he was 22, Hubbard married his first wife, Polly. They went to live on Puget Sound in Washington State, and soon had 2 children. Hubbard's joy in life was sailing and exploring, but now he had to settle down and earn some money. With such a prolific imagination, he became a writer, starting with adventures and fantasies for the penny dreadfuls.
Sorry. Taxes theft. Thank you for the $20.
Nice.
Thank you
Much
so
love.
much. I just appreciate the content. There is a $5 tip for all on the panel. Y'all are great. Thank you, very
so
much.
I'm calling you the tit for short. Thank you. Blessed be the tit.
I've been saying that for years. Blessed be the tit. Thank you. Thank you very much, Brady.
Then he turned to science fiction and became a bestseller. 2 books, Final Blackout and Fear, were considered sci-fi classics.
It's funny
But
because
Hubbard's most amazing story.
These are all things I hadn't heard about. But here's what we're going to get into it, is that once he built his reputation as a sci-fi writer, he suddenly starts getting in with people and starts demonstrating other talents.
It was about himself. His literary agent was Forry Ackerman, himself a sci-fi fanatic. One night,
I'm sorry.
Deep into the
Furry was his name?
Yeah, it's short for Forrest. If you know, Forrest Ackerman was actually a guy who created a magazine called Famous Monsters of Hollywood. Famous Monsters of Filmland, I think. I forget. It's called Famous Monsters. It was a great magazine. It was kind of like right before the precursor to Fangoria.
Okay.
small hours, Hubbard told Ackerman of a bizarre event in a hospital theater. It was an event that would shape his entire life.
Now, I'm going to ask, has anyone ever heard this part of the Scientology story?
He said that he had died on the operating table. And he rose in spirit form and he looked at the body that he had previously inhabited and he shrugged the shoulders he didn't have anymore and he thought, well, then where do we go from here? Off in the distance, he saw a great ornate gate. That looked kind of interesting to him, so he wafted over to it, and the gate, as they do in supernatural films, just opened without any human assistance. He floated through, and on the other side, he saw an intellectual smorgasbord of everything that had ever puzzled the mind of man, you know.
So did anyone know that L. Ron Hubbard claims that all of the ideas of Scientology and Dianetics came to him while he was dead on an operating table? Anyone ever heard that part of the story?
I didn't know that, but that makes sense. I buy it.
It's important when it comes to cultists and whatnot. One of the things on their bingo card is being Christ-like, or other than that, like having a big spiritual intervention, which makes you spiritually above other people, which makes them want to follow you. One of the reasons to follow you.
Chops, I am glad you are here. You get it. You are right.
Now, how did it all begin? What is God's purpose? Where do we go from here? Are there past lives? Are there future lives? And like a sponge, he was just absorbing all of this esoteric information.
But guess what? It's all bullshit.
And all of a sudden, there was kind of a swishing in the air, and he heard a voice, no, not yet. He's not ready. And like a long umbilical cord, he felt himself being pulled back, and he lay down in his body, and he opened his eyes, and he said to the nurse, I was dead.
All right, folks, I'm going to give everyone here a choice. We can shelve this and snipe Karmic.
Oh man, you know what the audience is going to say.
He just went live.
Holy shit!
What are we thinking?
I lean towards mischief.
Yeah,
it's always a good talking shit segment.
Let's see. I see snipe.
How about give it like 5 minutes.
All
see
right,
how
all
it
right.
feels.
Okay.
I think
Don't have to dedicate.
Stewie felt you're right. He says Karmic is on every day.
It's true.
But it's going to be 4 guys goofing on him.
Do we get to cover him every day?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, CORNdiff.
That's a fake account.
You got to do it, YouTube boy. One's in chat for Snipe. One's in chat for more Elron.
Yeah. All right. And
Did I say one's for both?
wait, did you say once for
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he
see
did.
how I did that?
He knows how the game's played. I got you.
Hold on. All right. I'm going to play Elron while trying to figure out how to do this. Hold on.
You do you.
Dead, wasn't I? Then he bounded off the operating table. I don't know how you die, and the next minute you're bounding off an operating table. He got 2 reams of paper and a gallon of scalding black coffee. And at the end of 2 days, he had a manuscript called Excalibur, or The Dark Sword. And he told me that whoever read it either went insane or committed suicide. And he said the last time he had shown it to a publisher in New York, he walked into the office to find out what the reaction was. Publisher called for the reader. The reader came with a manuscript, threw it on the table, and threw himself out of the skyscraper window.
Now
That
that
story
is
maybe became
that
The
is
Ring.
that's directly from Aleister Crowley. If we remember us talking about that last week, he had the exact same claims of his work, that if you were not initiated or enough, or far up enough on the hierarchy of thelema, that it would potentially kill you to learn these concepts.
Aleister Crowley was obsessed with the Freemasons. He did deals left and right to get up to the 33rd degree. And so he incorporated some of those things in his rituals.
Yeah, you are correct. And it's funny because I don't know enough about thelema, but what I was able to learn from the research is that it is essentially based on Freemasonry, like totally based on Freemasonry.
There's a lot of things, and Freemasonry is based off of something else. It's hard to say what was first.
You could have stopped at based. It's like, yeah, it's not like it's based, and just left it at that.
Latanya's thing that's starting to sound made up.
Starting.
I really hate how they
Hubbard's
keep. Oh, sorry.
No,
I really hate how they keep on gloating on him for like, oh, he made so many books, he came up with so many stories. It's so easy to come up with bullshit and have it work, especially on meth.
I agree.
I don't think any of his work may have been polished. You just blurted out a whole bunch of stuff and see what stuck.
I completely agree.
How many times do you think?
Extraordinary story, true.
Wait,
Was that CORNdiff?
what was that? What'd you say?
Oh no, sorry. Never mind. I was going to say, how many times do you think meth has led to a new religion? But
Right? You're not wrong. Like drugs in general, like the harder ones.
I'm going to say at least twice.
Yeah.
To some people, meth is the religion.
Hey.
Excalibur became the stuff of mystery. Hubbard told friends it was too dangerous to publish. But 40 years later, a treasure trove from Hubbard's early journals and manuscripts, believed to have been long lost, was discovered by his staff.
There were 2.5 versions of Excalibur.
Next to the Ark of the
I
Covenant.
read them and I didn't go mad and didn't die. They also include the information within related writings that these came out of
he looks a little fucking crazy. I don't know if he's qualified to say he didn't go mad.
I gotta agree. That dude looks crazy.
He looks like even more methed out Jason Mewes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what are our numbers at for the Skype or for
They
the
want
snipe?
it. They
We got
want
some
it.
4s, 1.5s, a couple of 72s,
Yeah.
and
All right. Let's do it.
all right.
Hell yeah.
Even if it's just for a few minutes, just to see what's going on.
Felicia's trying to make me call him dad, and I refuse. Fuck him. He's
You're not
just
my
some guy
father.
mom dragged home.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Hold on.
Papa? Papa?
Fuck. How am I going to do this? It's all weird here.
Start
All
with
right.
believing.
All right. Here we go. I think I got it. Hold
Start
on.
with math.
Today's episode brought to you by meth.
Yes. Oh, Luigi disappeared. All right. Welcome to
Too
Gummi
much
and
math
Friends.
will make you disappear.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can dance.
I say, God, now that fucking lawyer's out of the way, let's get this show started.
You know, I can healthfully say that weed has never created a cult. Not that I can think of.
All right.
I don't know.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see here.
Rastafarianism, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's a religion.
He's frozen.
And the difference is what? Who's frozen?
He's frozen. That's how can you see the background is going fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
So this is actually his live stream.
Oh, I gotta mix my motion wallpaper on my PC.
Best snipe ever.
How? What's he drinking?
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Anybody know how long he's been like this?
41 years.
Oh wow, that's too long. Far too long.
Is
Bro,
his
There
chat
he goes.
still
There he
going?
goes.
Oh, I hate his quality so much.
He's having more problems than early Casey Armstrong did.
He's shooting on a Motorola Razor.
On a Motorola Razor.
I was thinking it's one of those Game Boy Color cameras.
Does he know he's muted?
You don't hear him, do you, Luigi?
I hear him.
Okay,
no,
we can't hear him.
We
Oh.
can hear him.
Oh,
Okay,
you can't hear him.
No, I was gonna say that's amazing.
Yeah, I thought he was muted. I was like, that's even fucking better.
I didn't know there
Dude,
was such thing as 32p.
Ah, shit.
He should have never gotten a haircut. He looks horrible.
He looks more and more like Pat Dixon, like dead
He
ass.
looks
Like
like a-
all jokes aside, he really does.
Substitute volleyball teacher.
Hi.
Kind of like a cancer patient going through chemo. Just light in the skin. Eyes starting to get a little sunken in.
Yeah.
God damn it. So y'all didn't hear any of that?
No.
Shit.
What'd he say?
Was it a humdinger?
Did he plug the show?
Fuck.
Did he call me a random animated cat too?
No. God damn it. I thought we were rolling just fine. Damn it. Why no audio? All right, I'm gonna try this a different way.
He does and doesn't look like an albino at the same time.
Does this program not have a share screen? Oh, it does.
Yeah, hold on.
Ah, this should work.
Let's
You
see.
get nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir.
Motherfucker, it's not working. Oh. Hold on.
O'Reilly's.
Auto parts. Bow!
Nope. Oh, he looks like a minor league like hockey broadcaster.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Like a closeted minor league hockey broadcast.
Wait, so y'all still don't hear it?
No.
It's the best he sounded, to be honest.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why don't I have any sound?
What do you guys think he's talking about?
Men stuff.
Yeah.
What? Wait, hold on. I've never watched him. What does he talk about? Does he just ramble?
About how
Yes.
much of a man he is.
Yeah.
Like legit, like all jokes put aside, just how manly he is.
Yeah.
And how like no one will mess with him because they don't want to step into the valley of men.
He likes
Is he trying
diving
to-
into the valley of men.
Is he trying to big dick for Felicia?
No, this was like even before she came around.
No shit. Okay.
No, she totally like emasculated him, dude.
He's got some built-in trauma, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's my opinion he's battling with his sexuality. I'll leave it at that.
Have you seen him
Okay.
dance?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Still no sound.
No.
No.
Why is there no sound? I don't get this. Fuck.
Someone
Well, now you
gotta
gotta-
check Carmix and ask him to speak up.
I feel like there's like an episode of Herman's Head and we're inside of him doing like the voice test.
Now we got to get this just out of the principal.
Ha cha 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 cha.
Hello, hello. We're back.
Welcome to the stream, everyone.
Hey,
We did it.
all right. Tried to do something different and realized we should never do that ever. All right,
This is how we learn.
Guess we're just gonna go right back to L. Ron Hubbard.
When he died on the operating table,
Hubbard came to our club. Hubbard came.
This was. He was a welcome visitor to the Los Angeles Science Fantasy Association. Its members recalled there was one.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry. Should we tweet out? Is it a new link?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe just tweet it out right quick.
Let's hit the tweeters. Oh, look.
Sorry, folks. We tried something new and it didn't work.
Mr. Crowd. Dun, dun, dun. Have you heard about this Aaron Court thing?
I have not. Tell me all about it.
It's right up your alley.
I know. Jeez, Luigi, what were you doing all day?
Editing L. Ron Hubbard clips.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, folks. We tried to do something a little different. We are back. It did not work. I cannot figure out why this is so fucking hard. Yes, Stewie Felt. Don't try sniping Karmics again. We will not. Until we know how to do it.
Curse of the Karmics.
Luigi, I know why. Because nothing worth having comes easy.
That's right. We're going to have to work harder. And we're going to need support, folks.
Yeah. We're going to need another 50 memberships.
We're doing this all together.
The first 50 were lost.
All right. I guess we'll just hang out here. Get a couple of extra people in here. Let's see.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. We should just tell people the CORNdiff is here. That'll make people come over.
I play guitar.
Stewie Felt, we did see it. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Said that he looks like the guy who plays Johnny Storm. He really does.
Thank you, Stewie Felt. That's tremendous.
You know, one of the first things I ever did was like I sent a video to Rocco or Tuki where I was CatDiff. It was just me and Chaz go, "Oh, meow, guys," and that was it. That was just a video. That was a brown cat. Yeah, I was CatDiff. I was like, "Oh, meow, guys," and I had like the wood paneling background.
That's funny. All right, well, let's get back into it. Yes, please re-hit the like button. Yes. We are very sorry. And we were very sorry. Is that a tomato or an apple?
Yes.
Hey, what do you?
OJ and Brennan had a kid.
What do you call the hand character? Do you have a name for that one?
Handy.
Handy.
I call it Aaron. No, I don't have a.
Call my ex-girlfriend.
Action hand is his name.
God.
I don't like how fucking glossy it is. It looks like it's made of silly putty.
Yeah, it looks like it's made of like latex or something.
Nah, it's been busy.
His name is Digits. Oh my God.
It's great when there's music and he's dancing.
Like every bone's broken in the hand.
All right. Back to L. Ron Hubbard. Unless we want to try sniping Karmics again.
No.
All right. So there's this.
Fork, yeah.
Fork, yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Hit like, folks.
Great realization by Hubbard of survive as being the one command that all existence and all all life and all people have, that became the basis for a lot of Dianetics and a lot of Scientology.
This idea had a profound impact on Hubbard.
Profile.
In a letter to Polly, he wrote,
Everybody clear, everybody.
Hold on. We're
Hubbard's
gonna
theory
skip a
was
little
that the
bit.
human mind was bedeviled by engrams, memories of painful events, often imprinted before birth on the fetus.
Okay, so now we've all heard.
He's doing research.
Hello,
That's
Mr.
an
Eagle.
interesting point. Oh, hello there. Ah!
So what we're establishing here is that all of those words that we've heard about, because they've become part of popular culture, of engrams and thetans, they have not actually taken on the meaning that we get later. He is simply saying that these are repressed memories, or that they are things that are going to come up in hypnosis that are affecting your life. But they have not had the alien aspect that we learn later. This is actually how it started.
He claimed that under the direction of a Dianetics therapist, or auditor, as he called them, these engrams could be relived and then cleared from the mind. At this stage, Dianetics seemed just an exaggerated form of psychotherapy.
Well, Dianetics was so popular because it promised a brave new world of everybody cleared, no more colds, no.
So I want to make that clear. This is not a religion yet. He first markets Dianetics as a science of the mind, like psychology. It is not a religion yet.
No more eyeglasses cured me of a fear of dogs.
Among the various things that they said to be able to do, one person had lost a tooth, and through Dianetic auditing, he regrew the tooth. Almost any illness can be cured. Schizophrenia can be cured.
So that is why there's a difference between Dianetics, the book, and Scientology. Dianetics was first marketed as this science of the mind, and let's see what happens.
Seemed like it opened up the whole world for everybody to become perfect human beings.
Dianetics was an immense success. From the moment it was published in 1950, it swept through America and other countries around the world.
This book, that's the background of all of this. That's what started all the trouble. And
Hey, Stachungsta, sorry, we had some... we had some technical problems, but Stachungsta, tell us about that super chat. Is that good news? We hope it's good news. Please let us know.
expected this to sell about 6,000 copies, and it hit the top of the bestseller list of the New York Times, and it just stayed there month in, month out. It was like I started an avalanche.
Dianetics, the Modern Science of Mental Health, is considered to be the fundamental text, which is the foundation upon which all else is built.
So again, the modern science of mental health. This is how this starts.
One of the theories of Dianetics is to discover these things that are very traumatic or have been very upsetting to you. And if you can observe exactly what happened, the power of that incident to influence you today is removed.
The concept of Dianetics is that you have two sides of your mind. There is the analytical side, which is a perfect computer. It remembers everything. It's flawless. It never makes a mistake. And then there's a reactive side. And this is where all your neuroses and anxieties and fears are stored. And where do they come from? They come from engrams. An engram is like a memory.
Man has an automobile accident. He has a picture of an automobile accident. He has all the sensations of having been hurt in the automobile accident. It takes him a long time to recover because he's still wearing the automobile accident. If you said, hey, why don't you take this automobile accident and throw it away? Why, all of a sudden he recovers from the automobile accident, naturally, because the thing is keeping it impressed upon him and his body is his
It's a hell of
mind.
a wreck.
Man.
Okay, so we're all talking about having these memories that affect us. That was his point. But again, I want to make this clear. This is still being marketed as a science. This is not a religion yet.
Man is asleep.
I have a hard
He
time
is
believing he's the
hypnotized.
fuck machine that everyone's talking about.
The what?
I said I have a hard time believing he's the fuck machine everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now, in Scientology, reverse the process, and you make him wake up. Such a man becomes unbrainwashed, you might say. He becomes unhypnotized.
This sounds, Mr. Hubbard, in a sense, like an extension of psychology or psychiatry.
Oh, no. Psychiatry has to do with the insane, and we have nothing to do with the insane whatsoever.
Is this a form of psychoanalysis?
No, psychoanalysis, they lay back. Don't associate Scientology with such people. That's terrible. That's bad manners, you know?
When L. Ron Hubbard first wrote Dianetics, he thought it was a tremendous psychological breakthrough, so much so that he would be recognized. He wrote letters to the American Psychological Association. They couldn't make heads or tails of his idea.
So he even contacts the American Psychological Association asking that they recognize Dianetics as being a breakthrough in psychological medicine.
Yes. To them, it was like psychological folk art. For instance, he would talk about clear.
That means that the individual has erased his reactive mind, his unconscious mind is gone, and he is totally alert and totally capable.
Once you've taken away all these traumatic memories from this life and previous ones, then you are clear.
Someone who had a perfect memory, who was never ill.
Your eyesight would be better.
And they tested people before Scientology processing and after Scientology processing, and uniformly found that their IQ had raised.
Okay, now this is very important in this story because he is saying that his quote-unquote science is causing people to have a perfect memory and become more intelligent and actually have basically like a will over all of their bodily functions. They can grow teeth that are missing. They can do all this crazy shit, okay?
Well, that's impressive.
It is impressive, but bullshit.
Individuals, and we're making them regularly, and we're making them routine.
Hubbard sold Dianetics auditing courses at $500 a go. The money was rolling in, but he was about to be accused of being a con man. With his book, Dianetics, a bestseller, Ron Hubbard was America's new guru. In August 1950, at a lecture hall in Los Angeles, he presented to a crowd of 6,000, the first person to be what he called a clear.
So he gets someone who has accomplished all of the things that that his Dianetics has set out to accomplish in order to reach the goal of clear, which means the higher, the higher intelligence, the perfect memory, all of those things. Someone has graduated to that level, and he holds a demonstration.
She was a student called Sonia Bianca. As a clear, she was supposed to have total recall.
So various members of the audience called questions at her. Could she remember what was said on
It
page
looks like CORNdiff
217 of her
Eagle.
physics textbook?
Look at them right there.
Hold on. We got to hear what this guy says.
New guru.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
In August 1950, at a lecture hall in Los Angeles, he presented to a crowd of 6,000, the first person to be what he called a clear. She was a student called Sonia Bianca. As a clear, she was supposed to have total recall.
So various members of the audience called questions at her. Could she remember what was said on page 217 of her physics textbook? She couldn't. Could she remember what she had for breakfast on the morning of August 17th, 1946? She couldn't.
So he brings in this demonstration of someone who claims to have achieved this position of clear, and in front of an audience fails. They ask her questions to test her perfect memory that she claims to have, and she can't remember any of the things asked to answer the questions.
Then various people called out for Hubbard to turn his back on her and see if she could remember the color of his tie. She couldn't. And
so they say, "Can you remember the color of Ron Hubbard's tie?" And she says, "No."
so that was, at that moment, the whole business sort of collapsed. People started leaving the auditorium.
Suddenly, Hubbard was in trouble.
So Dianetics, as the science of mental health, goes bankrupt. That is why there is a difference between Dianetics and Scientology. When you hear about Scientology and they sell you the book on Dianetics, he still owned the copyright to it, but it was a complete failure.
He was accused of being a con man, and Dianetics a form of hypnotism, a technique in which he was so expert. He recruited a bright young PR woman, Barbara Kay, to repair his damaged image. The intellectual attraction turned into an affair, and Barbara stayed with the 40-year-old Hubbard in an apartment in Hollywood. But by now, Hubbard had left Polly and was married to his second wife, Sarah.
It's echoing.
Echo. It's weird.
Wow, she's got a lot of teeth. There's a lot of teeth in that mouth.
That was Jack Parsons' girlfriend.
Hubbard and Sarah finally split up. Their divorce became a public sensation. Sarah.
It's echoing, bro.
Man, why? We are having all kinds of fucking crazy issues.
Fucking karmic.
I mean, these people were paying $500 a piece in the 1950s for training in Dianetics.
So they found some writings of Sarah, Jack Parsons' girlfriend that Ron ran away with, and it turns out she thought L. Ron Hubbard was a con man too. And this is someone reading what she had to say.
I found him paranoid, you know.
We moved to Elizabeth, New Jersey, and he started writing Dianetics. The book was conceived, and he started working on it in 1950. He said many times that the only way to make any real money was to have a religion. That's essentially what he was trying to do with Dianetics.
To make a lot of
Get
money.
a religion where he could have an income, and the government wouldn't take it away from him in the form of taxes.
An overt act is an effort to individuate. It is a withhold of oneself.
Ron gave lectures everywhere for large amounts of money, and money just started pouring in. I mean, these people were paying $500 a piece in the 1950s for training in Dianetics.
Wow.
I felt that he was stealing from people, and that he was hoodwinking them. All the business of sitting, holding hands, and putting all these false memories into people's minds. Then they would finally come along and say, "Oh, yes, I can remember it all." We were surrounded by sycophants. He began to believe that he was a savior and a hero, that he really was this God figure. He was absolutely convinced that he had the cure for the psychological ills of mankind, and that the only reason that it wasn't being promulgated far and wide was that the medical profession had a vested interest in keeping people sick. I think he was afraid that some psychiatrists would pop him into an institution. He degenerated into a really paranoid, terrifying person.
So this guy who claims that he has developed something that is going to help cure mental illness and help make people smarter starts demonstrating some weird behavior. Listen
Sarah
to this.
threatened to leave Hubbard unless he got psychiatric help. He responded by kidnapping their baby and taking her to Cuba.
He was incapable of taking care of her, so he put her in the charge of a mother and daughter who were both mentally retarded, and they apparently kept her in some kind of cage.
He called me and...
Did you hear that?
Right.
They kept his daughter in a cage.
told me that...
What?
Oh no, I didn't even hear the cage part. I just heard the retarded part.
The retarded part,
And I lost
same.
that there.
Yeah.
I was too busy laughing to hear the cage part.
Yeah, the two retarded people kept his daughter in a cage.
He had killed her. He said he had cut her into little pieces and dropped the pieces in a river, and it was...
Jesus Christ.
It's the chunk stuff. Fuck yes, man. Fuck yeah. Congratulations. Good for you.
Bro, fuck
my God, dude. I had no idea, brother. Wow. Cancer free after 12 weeks of treatment.
Good for you.
Fuck cancer in its
Okay.
face. Fuck cancer in its face, man. Congratulations. So glad to hear that. I had no idea. Ah, good for you. That is great news. That really makes my day.
It's my fault. Then he called me back and said that she was still alive. And this went on and on and on.
When Hubbard came back to the U.S., Sarah persuaded him to agree to a divorce and give her custody.
So it's funny. Go ahead.
Wait, he said he chopped her in pieces and she asked if he was still alive?
Right. He kept changing the story. He
Oh,
kept saying, she's dead. Okay, I made that up. No, she's really alive.
Okay, I understood it was like, oh my god, it's an arm. Check it for a pulse. You know, it's just like...
Just ridiculous. And then writes a book called How to Save Your Marriage.
Steve, their daughter.
When I left him, he cleaned out all the joint bank accounts so that I wouldn't have any money.
Oh.
He got married for the third time to an...
Oh, well, that's still great. I thought you were saying it was you, your godson, who's 23.
Shout out to your godson, bro.
Shout out to your godson. Still great.
Hell yeah.
I want that as a drop.
One of his students, Mary Sue Whip. This marriage lasted, and Mary Sue would become his devoted deputy. Sarah, his second wife, was cleared from his memory, just like an engram.
How many times have I been married? I've been married twice. And I'm very happily married just now. I have a lovely wife and I have 4 children. My first wife is dead.
What happened to your second wife?
I never had a second wife.
What? Amazing. Yep.
This is legit Aaron Inholt in fucking...
Just full on denied
4
it.
months.
Never had it. I don't know what you're talking about or what you heard.
April
Dianetics
I never saw her. Did you
used to
see
be a
her?
passing fad, like the hula.
What's the second wife?
But Hubbard still had his imagination. So he repackaged the ideas of Dianetics into a religion called Scientology.
I shall ask you for an IRC break.
Hubbard added more science and more structure, along...
So guess what comes in now that it's going to be marketed as a religion? The science fiction and alien aspect to Scientology.
With the e-meters came a payment plan. Every step to clear had a price tag.
An auditor is a practitioner in Scientology. He listens and he computes. We have a meter, and a meter simply shows where an individual is aberrated.
The e-meter is a very powerful instrument. It's 1/3 of a lie detector.
Plus no taxes. Yep.
Lie detector would also measure your respiration and pulse. It's 2 cans, and there's electrical wires carrying an indetectable amount of current into a meter with a needle.
There's treehouse involved.
According to the Church of Scientology, it actually detects the mass of your thoughts, although there's no evidence that thoughts have mass.
The current passes through your body, and as your mental mass increases, so does the resistance to the circuit. So, the auditor will ask you a question. Tell me about an upset with your mother.
What's truly bothering you about being with, about your wife's behavior? What is it?
Why are you upset today? Well, I had a fight with my wife. Well, I can see.
That there. Was that the same thought?
Say that again, and gradually the needle will have less response. And in that manner, you discharge the emotion. Then you're asked to go back to earlier incidents that were like that. And you might say, well, my mother spoke to me in the same scolding tone of voice. And you recount that story. And eventually you discharge the emotion. And that's very much like Freudian therapy. But with Scientology, then they'll ask further, well, that's as far back as I go. Well, maybe not. The auditor might say, something just registered on the meter. What was that?
Did you guys know that that's what the meter is used for, is to measure thought?
Mass of thoughts. No, I didn't know.
That's true. The mass of thoughts. You always just think it's just a bunch of lunatics, and it turns out they actually have an explanation for it. That's always really fucking fascinating.
Did like heavy thinking come from this? That's actually a serious question.
Say it again.
Like, if the phrase like heavy thinking came from this because of like mass,
I guess
It would make so much more sense if it was like wavelengths.
Yeah, I mean, if it's if you're saying it over and over, just rub one off and save yourself $200. No,
that's always my advice.
Yeah.
All right, so we had a lot of fucking around, and I didn't realize we're like bumping up to 2 hours here. So this might have to be a 3-parter. But before we leave this story, I feel like there is one part of the story we absolutely have to cover. Has anyone ever heard of something called Operation Snow White? Anybody?
That one's new to me.
I've seen that film.
Now, you can look this up. You can Google it. This is 100% true. I am astounded that more people do not know about this. This is crazy, and this is where we're going to end. This is a short summary of something called Operation Snow White. It's probably going to be about 10 minutes long.
That was me trying to date a white girl in my 20s.
But I'm telling you, folks, if you do not know what this is, buckle up.
Few episodes are as bizarre and unsettling as Operation Snow White. This clandestine operation, orchestrated by the Church of Scientology in the 1970s, stands as a stark reminder of the potential for organizational
Donna G, what are you doing?
Welcome back.
My goodness. This is insane.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the generosity. Oh, I appreciate it so much. We love every one of you. Thank you.
overreach and the importance of safeguarding democratic institutions. It involved widespread infiltration of government agencies, theft of documents, and a campaign of harassment and intimidation against perceived enemies. The scale and audacity of Operation Snow White shocked the nation. It exposed the lengths to which a powerful and secretive organization would go to protect its interests.
So as Scientology starts to grow in power and in numbers, we start to see that L. Ron Hubbard's actual mental capabilities start to diminish. Some have theorized that maybe he was a delusional paranoid schizophrenic or that he had dementia, but he actually even wrote to the Veterans Affairs offices asking for help with his own mental illnesses and his own debilitating mental problems. But he's still in charge and becomes very increasingly paranoid of anyone that might criticize the Church of Scientology. So this is his plan.
Even if it meant undermining the very fabric of American democracy.
Oh, Hamid, thank you very much for the one Luigi Greenberg membership. Thank you very, very much. Donna G throwing in another $2. Thank you. Take that, Nixa. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Take that, Nixa. Thank
Donna
you.
G, will you marry me?
So much. Oh my gosh. KGB 1945 gifted 5 Luigi Greenberg memberships. Thank you so much. You guys are being just unbelievably kind tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Our next episode is just going to be me saying thank you for an hour. Okay, so listen to this.
The operation targeted a wide range of government agencies, including the Internal Revenue Service, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Central Intelligence Agency. To understand the motivations behind Operation Snow White, one must delve into the origins and beliefs of the Church of Scientology. Founded in 1954 by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology quickly gained a following, attracting celebrities and everyday citizens alike, with its promise of spiritual enlightenment and self-improvement. However, its unorthodox teachings and aggressive recruitment tactics soon drew scrutiny from government agencies, particularly the IRS. The IRS began investigating Scientology's tax-exempt status, suspecting that the organization was operating more like a for-profit business than a religion. This investigation struck at the heart of Scientology's legitimacy and financial well-being, fueling a deep-seated resentment towards the government among its leadership. The stage was set for a confrontation, as Scientology's leaders viewed the government's scrutiny as a threat to their very existence. In response to the mounting pressure from the government, Scientology's leadership, under the direction of Hubbard himself, authorized a bold and unprecedented plan of retaliation, Operation Snow White. The operation's objective was simple, yet audacious: to purge all negative information about Scientology from government files and discredit those who dared to challenge the organization.
So did you know that the Church of Scientology actually infiltrated American government agencies to steal documents and to erase any kind of criticism of Scientology?
To achieve this goal, Scientology operatives were tasked with infiltrating government agencies, gaining access to classified files, and disseminating disinformation. The operation was highly organized and compartmentalized, with operatives often unaware of the full extent of the conspiracy. This ensured that even if one cell was compromised, the entire operation would not be jeopardized. The success of Operation Snow White hinged on the ability of Scientology operatives to gain access to secure government facilities. To accomplish this, Scientology employed a variety of tactics, including recruiting individuals already working within the targeted agencies. These individuals, often motivated by a combination of ideological fervor and financial incentives, became moles within the government, providing crucial inside information and access to restricted areas. In addition to recruiting insiders, Scientology operatives also relied on more traditional espionage techniques, such as forging credentials, posing as legitimate researchers or journalists, and exploiting security vulnerabilities. The operatives were highly trained and skilled in the art of deception, able to blend seamlessly into their surroundings and gain the trust of unsuspecting government employees. Once inside government agencies, Scientology operatives wasted no time in carrying out their mission.
Apollo Screed. Thank you for the 143 Screed. Thank you very much. Does anybody know what Screed is from? Not you guys weren't Howard fans. All right, it's Howard Stern.
Used a combination of low-tech and surprisingly effective methods to locate and copy sensitive documents. Operatives would often work late into the night, taking advantage of lax security measures to rifle through filing cabinets, photograph documents, and plant listening devices. One of the most audacious aspects of Operation Snow White was the sheer volume of information that Scientology operatives managed to steal. Thousands of pages of classified documents, including IRS files on Scientology's tax status, FBI reports on the organization's activities, and even CIA documents relating to foreign intelligence operations, were copied and smuggled out of government facilities.
What the fuck?
Look it up, folks. This is totally fucking real.
Several years, Operation Snow White remained hidden
for years
from public view, a testament to the meticulous planning and execution by Scientology operatives. However, the very audacity that had allowed the operation to flourish would ultimately lead to its downfall. In 1977, the FBI received a tip-off about suspicious activity at a Scientology office in Washington, D.C. A subsequent raid on the office uncovered a treasure trove of incriminating evidence, including stolen government documents, forged identification cards, and detailed plans for infiltrating and disrupting government agencies. The discovery sent shockwaves through Washington and beyond, as the true extent of Scientology's covert operation came to light. The unraveling of Operation Snow White led to a series of high-profile arrests and convictions. 11 high-ranking Scientology officials, including Hubbard's wife, were found
How did
guilty
they
of
not get
conspiracy,
labeled as a terrorist
burglary,
group?
and
Your guess is as good as mine. 11 people get arrested, one of them being L. Ron Hubbard's wife. L. Ron Hubbard leaves them holding the bag and takes off on the high seas, and they do lose their tax-exempt status.
And obstruction of justice. The trial exposed the inner workings of Scientology's secretive hierarchy and its willingness to engage in illegal activities to protect its interests. The legacy of Operation Snow White continues to resonate today. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of government transparency and accountability. The operation also highlighted the vulnerabilities of government institutions to infiltration and the need for robust security measures to protect sensitive information.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. And they called Juggalos a gang.
All right.
That video had the best music.
Yeah, it did.
I think it's worth watching this.
Okay.
Hold on, where are we? Okay, so this is going to be about 6 more minutes. Now, in the fallout of Operation Snow White, when government agencies started recovering all of the documents, they started also conducting raids on the Scientology headquarters and the Scientology centers, and they started finding out other things that Scientology was involved in. And this one is unbelievable.
But first, to a tale of serial harassment so extreme it's hard to comprehend. American journalist Paulette Cooper was once the Church of Scientology's public enemy number one. After publishing a book critical of the church in the 1970s, she was subjected to a vicious, vindictive campaign that began with death threats. Then leaflets were sent to her neighbours claiming Paulette was a prostitute and a child molester. A Scientology spy even moved into her apartment.
Okay, so the government finds out that in the documents seized by Scientology, that Scientology has been spying on this one particular woman who was a journalist who wrote a book talking about the inner workings of Scientology. And they find out that there has been a years-long campaign to spy on her. But what makes this amazing is that when they found all this information, that woman was actually facing federal charges for a bomb threat. And it turns out Scientology had framed
Things
her.
took an even more serious turn when she was framed for a bomb threat. Her remarkable story of harassment and survival has been told in a new book called The Unbreakable Miss Lovely, the code name Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard gave her. Steve Canane caught up with Paulette Cooper in Toronto, Canada.
As a young journalist working in New York in the late 60s and early 70s, Paulette Cooper stumbled into Scientology.
I became interested after a friend of mine joined, told me he was Jesus Christ, and then I went to the person who got him in and I said, he thinks he's Christ now, what's going on? And this other guy said, well, maybe he really is. So I thought, you know, this would be something to investigate. And that's how I started.
She filed a piece for Queen magazine in London, and the harassment started soon after.
I was in New York at the time, and I picked up the phone and got the first of several death threats. And that's how I knew that the article had come out. And then I found so much information that I simply expanded it into what was the first book that I wrote.
That book was The Scandal of Scientology, one of the first critical books on the subject. Paulette Cooper had no idea what she was getting herself into.
They sued me 19 times all over the world, put me through 50 days of depositions. They sent a lot of horrible anonymous smear letters about me. For example, to all the neighbors in my building, they sent, it was 300 people, they sent a letter saying that I was a prostitute with venereal disease and had sexually molested a 2-year-old baby girl. They found out that I had been in a period of slight depression and had seen a psychiatrist, so they robbed the psychiatrist and got my records and sent that to everybody that I knew.
Scientology's founder L. Ron Hubbard ordered his followers to attack critics by any means possible. The fair game policy, written by Hubbard, decreed that enemies of Scientology may be deprived of property or injured by any means by any Scientologist without any discipline of the Scientologist, may be tricked, sued or lied to or destroyed. As part of this policy, the Church of Scientology attempted to get Paulette Cooper incarcerated by framing her for a bomb threat she had nothing to do with.
The worst thing that they did was that they stole my stationery. They got my fingerprint on a piece of paper, and then they sent bomb threats to themselves, and they had me arrested for a terrorist crime.
So they sent themselves bomb threats using her stationery that said, "From the desk of Paulette Cooper," which is how someone would typically send a bomb threat.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, fuck those guys, but that's also kind of smart to get her shit with a fingerprint on it. I can't lie. I can't knock the hustle, but I'm glad everything like that.
So, yeah.
I not only didn't commit, but I didn't know what was going on. And I was arrested and I was indicted and I was up for 15 years in jail. And it was just the most horrible, horrible time in my life.
The harassment took a terrible toll on Paulette Cooper. She started drinking too much, taking prescription drugs, and came close to taking her own life. Her trial was postponed as more evidence came to light. When the FBI raided the Church of Scientology in 1977 for stealing swathes of government documents, the conspiracy to frame Paulette Cooper was uncovered.
In the raid, the documents, they found something that said along the line of conspired to frame Miss Lovely, which was the code name that Hubbard gave to me, for a crime she didn't commit. She was arrested. And it took all that time for me to be exonerated with that over my head.
In 1985, the Church of Scientology reached an out-of-court settlement with Paulette Cooper, the details of which are confidential. The whole saga lay dormant until Tony Ortega uncovered new information on the Church of Scientology's conspiracy to frame Paulette Cooper while researching his new book.
It must have taken hundreds of employees doing breaking into places, stealing records, tapping her phone, making friends with her with spies. This total scope of it is really amazing. And from 1969 to really 2010 at least.
She had a roommate move in who was a Scientologist spying on her.
So I've thought about the millions of dollars they must have spent trying to destroy her over the years.
Tony Ortega writes daily about Scientology for his blog, The Underground Bunker. He knows what it's like to be harassed for investigating the organisation and has immense respect for Paulette Cooper's resilience.
Paulette survived the Holocaust as a child, and I think she saw very early in her investigation of Scientology an organization that sort of brought that back up for her, a totalitarian organization that she felt the world needed to be, warned about. I think she took it personally too and decided that she wanted to see this organization suffer as much as she had suffered.
The Church of Scientology has never publicly apologised for its campaign to destroy and incarcerate Paulette Cooper. No one from the Church of Scientology in the US was available for interview. When Lateline asked via email whether the organisation felt any regret or remorse about the operation to frame and incarcerate Paulette Cooper, no answer was forthcoming. In a statement it says,
"The Church settled all outstanding claims with Paulette Cooper exactly 30 years ago. It is a matter of public record that the current church management disbanded the rogue unit with which she was having trouble long before then."
So that's what we're going to end it tonight, folks.
Nice.
But has anyone ever heard those stories?
No, completely new.
No.
Shocking, dude. God dang.
Yeah. And
crazy, right?
also, that guy could have left out the lines, took it personally. I think anyone who gets framed for like a bomb threat will take that personally.
Yeah.
It's like, no shit.
You'd kind of hope they would. Yeah, just a nuts story.
Same.
This one went off the rails a little bit for a couple of different reasons.
You tried.
But thank you, everyone, for being here. We do appreciate it. Thank you for all of the generosity.
I got it. Karmic is a Scientologist, and he wrecked our shit.
I agree. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go spend some time with our families. How about you, Chops?
Oh,
please
for
plug
plugins?
anything. Please plug anything you like.
Oh, God. Catch CORNdiff and I at WGNN, at CORNdiff at YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you very much. How about you, Gummy?
GummiChainsaw.com. It's my merch shop. It's been up for exactly 1 week. Please check it out. I got a bunch of designs. If you use promo code Chummy, you get 10% off. It was going to end today, but I'm going to leave it through the whole holiday weekend. So it'll go till Tuesday at midnight. And I just want to take a second and thank you guys for the support. People have been checking out my channel. I literally set up my gaming channels to practice talking on camera because I'm used to being a background guy. And I have people commenting and watching, and it's fucking weird, but I appreciate it. It means a lot. People giving me like recommendations and giving me good feedback. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you guys.
People love Gummy. They love anything cute and adorable. For me, please check out my appearances today on the Pretty Antisocial podcast. and also on This Little Piggy. Had a busy day, had a crazy day. And maybe this Sunday we might be doing a little bit of extra work on the LOL suit. We'll see. But please check out Hack Ride Studios on Tuesdays and Wednesdays doing Unboxing Eric and Unboxing Riley Martin and Unboxing Bigfoot It Is. Also, please go check out Hack Ride Studios Catch-22, which should be airing soon after this program. They are my friends. They are my mentors. They are wonderful. I love them very much. Please go support them. And also, new episode of Edge Files on September 8th. And before we go, we always like to have the intro. What would you like to say, Mr. CORNdiff?
Howdy, folks. At CORNdiff on YouTube, you can find me there. But more importantly, the bridge is walked in silence, but crossed in auditing.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.